Hey, what's up my peeps and peepettes? This is your King Raiders Power back at the reviewing station for the final video review of Star Wars The Black Series Wave 9 action figure. So here it is, number 35, the Snowtrooper. So, before we take a look at the action figure at hand, let's go ahead and take a look at the packaging as partake of every single video review. So at the top it says Star Wars The Black Series. Here at the bottom left it says Snowtrooper. Got a nice image of the Snowtrooper making up the right side of the packaging onto this side here, and here we have number 35 Snowtrooper onto the back of the packaging, and we got that nice picture of the Snowtrooper once again with a brief summary of the Snowtrooper. So there you have that. And let's go ahead and bring in the action figure. So here he is. There he is. Adjusting the camera so you can get a good look at him and nothing else. So yeah, Snowtrooper. This disguise does not fool anybody, does it? For a Snowtrooper, he's not really trying, unfortunately. I don't know what's going on with this color here. That's probably the one thing that you're probably talking about right now. What's with the color? What's with the beige look? Okay, I don't know. Because as far as I know, every other Snowtrooper action figure I ever owned, a part of the Kenner's Power of the Force collection, was always white. Didn't have any beige color. I'm not so sure about the Vintage or the Saga collection. I didn't collect those. I'm not so sure what the Snowtrooper looked like, if it was even a part of that series. But, yeah, apparently this is the way that Hasbro went with this figure. I don't know if this is accurate. I'm going to have to go back and look at the Empire Strikes Back. I know what specific scene to look for, because these guys can't even shoot the brightest side of the Millennium Falcon. That's basically the best description that I got for this guy. But, you know, outside of that, I mean, the sculpting on the figure is top-notch. Probably one of the best looking figures to come out of this series. Except for maybe this beige color, but you know, for all the actual snow garb, I mean all this nice white plastic, it's pretty good. Oh my god, you know, I just noticed something. I noticed the forearms aren't completely white. That's actually armor, and there's more of the beige suit color. Yeah, wow, this guy's got hardly any white. Let's see, helmet, chest piece, the crotch piece, we got the knee pads, we got the forearm guards, we got the wrist gauntlets, we got shoulder pads, and we got this backpack and this piece right here, and that's basically all your white. Everything else is beige. This should be a no-brainer for Hasbro. I mean, you know, this figure, it's not as hard as they are trying to make it be. I mean, this figure could have been molded completely white. That's all he really needed. So outside of just a couple of buttons being colored and this backpack portion having some color here, there really shouldn't be anything beyond white on this guy. If this is accurate, then I have been lackluster on, you know, the Snowtrooper when it comes to my knowledge of Star Wars, basically. That was hard to say, but it's kind of true, so hopefully I'm not wrong about this, but I probably am, knowing my history record. Anyway, let's get to the articulation on this guy. You've had plenty enough time to actually take a look at all the detail. So, you know, unlike the previously reviewed Darth Revan action figure, we do have a ball joint that does allow a little bit of movement here. We do have a hinge joint at the neck for up and down movement. You're not really going to get much though, but you do get a little more than Darth Revan, so there you got that. Universal shoulder joints work pretty good on this guy with no hindrance whatsoever, especially with the shoulder pad. You can still get his arm to go out all the way because of how rubber that is. That's nice. We do have single jointed elbows that do get a little more range than 90 degrees, which is nice. We do have a swivel cut at the top portion right there to make up for the fact that these figures do not have bicep swivel. We do have wrist swivel here. We also have a hinge joint for inward and outward movement at the hands. We got a ball jointed upper torso to make up the fact that these figures do not have any waist swivel. We do have ball jointed legs, which are kind of hindered by this very hard rubber skirt piece, unfortunately, but you do get enough movement going forward, nothing going back. And that's about as far as you're going to get a split, so no JCVD going on there. What a shame. But we do have a thigh cut, which is not tight on my figure, so, you know, I can mess around with it and not worry about it breaking. double jointed knees, which are kind of hindered because of the skirt piece again. And then the last portion of articulation is a hinge joint for up and down movement at the feet, which also includes a beautiful ankle rocker pivot. And I will say, the detail that's going on here with all the dirt spots on these boots is magnificent. I love that. Even if I don't love the beige color on this figure. So anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at his accessories that he does have, which is basically right here and here, as he falls over and not standing back up. So he's got a normal Stormtrooper blaster, which yada yada yada. We've seen it plenty of times in this series. Over here he's got a, what looks to be a sniper blaster, or whatever it's called, I don't know. But if you wanted to, you can get the figure to hold it with both hands, but due to the fact that his hands are actually limited in the way they actually move, you really can't get any realization movement going on here with it. But I mean, it is a possibility. I could do better if I actually got this Stormtrooper blaster out of his hand, but I choose not to. But you know, the funny thing is, since he does have two blasters here, it's kind of odd that this figure, it's got one trigger finger that's sculpted right here, and unfortunately the other hand is not sculpted. It's all one single bit of plastic, which is unfortunate. And I could take an X-Acto knife if I wanted to and just cut that finger free so I can get it around the trigger, but I'm not going to do that. I mean, what's the point? But anyway, that's basically going to do it for the Snowtrooper. He's not bad. I just don't agree with the color scheme. Again, if I'm wrong about this, well then I'll shut my mouth if someone can prove me wrong. I'm sure I am wrong, but anyway, let's go ahead and do some quick sides comparison to wrap this up. So here's Old Man Kenobi again. Let's bring in Princess Leia from A New Hope. Here's Sabine Wren from Star Wars Rebels, as I try to get her to stand again. Here's the AT-AT driver, which is in that weird pose that he doesn't want to stand in, but he's going to anyway. And the last figure that, you know, I'm really not even going to bother. I'm just going to put him in the back over here, Darth Revan, which is, unfortunately, he's my lowest of this this wave. Really, when it comes down to it, I think the best figure that came out of this wave is, wow, it's a real tough one between Sabine Wren and Obi-Wan Kenobi. I mean, sure, I guess Obi-Wan Kenobi is kind of limited in articulation too because of his skirt, but so I guess I'm going to have to give it to Sabine Wren as the best figure to come out of this line. It really would have been the AT-AT driver had his paint job not been so sloppy, but really when it all comes down to it, if you want to know, here's first, here's second, he's going to have to be third, you're probably fourth, Princess Leia would be fifth, and Darth Revan would be number 6. So there you have it. That is my end of this review series. I know there's a few Star Wars Black Series figures that are still out there somewhere that's a part of Rogue One. Not really specifically put towards any future wave at this time. As far as I know, there's no such thing as a Wave 10 at this moment. And, you know, as it stands, I've got to get back to other reviews now, so hopefully I fulfilled some of your needs out there, those who wanted me to go back and review Star Wars action figures. Well, there you go. All you gotta do is just ask, people. That's it. I'll be willing to try to work with you on whatever I can offer for your viewing pleasure at the reviewing station. But that's gonna be it for now. Questions or comments, you know the do. Hit it down below in the comment section of the video. If you like today's video review, hit that thumbs up button. If you haven't already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to see other video reviews similar to the one that you're seeing here today. From the reviewing station, this is your King Red as Power signing off, saying thank you very much for watching this, and I will see you whenever you see me.